Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time that you are able to engage with these devotionals this week, but we're just grateful that you're able to spend just a few minutes. We've deliberately set them to around 4 to 5 minutes because we know that everybody's busy day, but we just feel it's just important for us in this season just to be able to connect together as a church. It's been great to see many people engaging with these. We're in the book of Galatians. It's just a short book, the letters that Paul wrote to the church. Fascinating, really, some of the wisdom and instruction that's packed into there. And we just thought we'd take the book of Galatians just to spend a few minutes together. And today, Galatians chapter 5, some of the people that have taken these this week, I think it's brilliant that people have been able to just to express their heart, a different flavour every day. And I'm sure you've appreciated seeing some different people as well. So Galatians chapter 5, this is, believe it or not, this is quite interesting what I'm about to say, but it's 9:33 at night time on Thursday evening. I'm recording this obviously for Friday morning, hence the little bit of a dark atmosphere. And upstairs I can hear in the church hall still right now there's a large group of our band that are rehearsing hard and really trying to get things right for the carol service and other services that are coming up. And I'm sure you've found opportunity to book in for some of those. Please be encouraged to come back to church. It's super safe. Lots of things in place to ensure that your safety is first and foremost most important to us. But secondly, it's just brilliant privilege for us to be able to get together as a church. But saying that, as I listen to the band just playing now upstairs and getting things right, Galatians 5 verse 1 tells us these words. It says, "It is for freedom that Christ has set us free. Stand firm and do not let yourselves be burdened again by a yoke of slavery." And I found fascinating the way that Paul changes his communication style through the different letters that he writes to the church. And here in chapter 5, I do like the fact that he's on the front foot. He's speaking to us firm, and he's speaking to a church that is not just trying to tickle their ears and make them feel good about themselves, but he's saying, church, listen, you have been set free by Jesus Christ. So do not let yourselves be burdened again. Do not take on the heavy weight again of everything that Jesus Christ has set us free from. Fascinating for me is it's the story of a lot of our lives, if we're really honest, that we allow things to creep back into our lives that Jesus Christ has actually set us free from. I don't know about you, but there's a day in my life where I knew full well that Jesus had died for me. He'd given his best for me. He'd risen again, which meant that I had forgiveness of sins. I had a hope for my future. So much goodness, so much grace that God gave me. But occasionally, I find myself a little bit like what Apostle Paul's speaking to her, where he says, stand firm and do not let yourselves be burdened again. And I want to encourage you today as you enter your day, not to give permission, not to allow, it's us that allow things to creep back in, but don't give permission today to those things that you know full well Jesus Christ has set you free from. Don't allow fear back into your life today. We've spoke about on numerous occasions in the last months, and it is so difficult. There's so much uncertainty for so many people at present, but it's only us that gives permission for fear to actually creep in and take a hold. Let's not give it a foothold. Let's not allow back into our lives the trying attitude of trying to please and trying to appear like we've got everything together. Let's not allow into our lives the insecurity that had once robbed us of that confidence that we now have in Jesus Christ. And there in verse 1, he's telling us it's for freedom, he's set you free. Don't let yourselves be burdened again. In verse 4, he also says this, you who are trying to be justified by the law have been alienated from Christ. You have fallen away from grace. Now, I don't believe for 1 minute this is talking about the fact that, once you give your life to Jesus Christ, there is like a way really of falling away from him. I do feel at times we can slip and full. But this is speaking about the fact that we end up trying to please God. We end up trying to appear like we've got it all together. And Paul warns us that we are actually saved by grace. So stop trying to be justified by what you do, by your works, by your efforts. You know, the band are upstairs trying really hard to get things right. But there's nothing in the Bible that tells us that that will get us anywhere in life. It tires us out, if one thing. And I want to speak to you today just to say this: the season of trying in your life, stop trying and allow God's grace to bring you peace and to bring you rest today for the rest of your day. This is why we're looking closely at the scriptures. And in verse 6, I'll finish with this. It says, for in Christ Jesus, neither circumcision nor uncircumcision. I'm not going to spend ages talking to you about that first thing in the morning. But it was part of being seen to be right, to be living right. And Paul says, neither circumcision nor uncircumcision has any value. The only thing today, church, that counts is faith expressing itself in love. I want you to be encouraged today. I want you to be encouraged to remember that you are free. Don't allow things to creep back in. Secondly, trying ultimately will mean that you fall out of the grace zone and things become so much more difficult. And thirdly, just always remember, it's all about faith in Jesus. This is Christmas. It's all about Jesus' birth. It's all about the way that he came to this earth to bring us peace, to bring us hope, to bring us joy, to give us forgiveness, and to give us a future. Be blessed today. Be a blessing to someone else. And listen, let's keep moving forward as a church. God bless you and have a fantastic rest of your Friday. See you soon. We'll see you in church on Sunday. God bless you all.